We're taking a live look at the University of South Florida, where campus police, the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office, they have broken up demonstrators that had gathered that pro-Palestinian demonstration. They had set up an encampment that they were told, you're unlawfully assembled. You have until 5:05 to disperse. If not, you will face arrest. We have seen individuals being taken into custody. We saw this this happen probably 4:50 is when this all began, and you can see an hour into all of this where we stand. They have been able to kind of move away from where that encampment was to make sure that protesters do not regather. You know, we have seen across the country these pro-Palestinian protests erupt. We have seen them get violent in some places. We have seen, you know, kind of it really grow with so many people involved. This was not that big of a demonstration.
Right, relatively speaking, and across the map, as you just mentioned there, Courtney, we have seen this at universities across the map, across the country. Earlier, you mentioned a protest in Columbia University, and that was at the same scene of a protest that took place decades ago, but students absolutely wanting to use their voices. This is what we're talking about right here. A stark contrast to what we've seen right here on the University of South Florida's campus.
Sure, and you know, breaking into that building and barricading themselves inside. We've seen these demonstrations, you know, protesting the war in Gaza between Hamas and Israel. They've asked universities to divest from Israel, and then now we have seen these protests start to erupt here and there. USF, that's been going on for a while, just with bits and pieces. But again, taking you back, do we have them live?
Yeah, I want to take you back home
out
there,
live.
University of South Florida
Look at the
campus.
contrast.
Right, and so, you know, when you have something like this happen across the country and then you bring it back home, elected officials have things to say about this matter. And of course, the governor speaking about having the right to support or not support, but wanting to make sure that he had a presence in place to keep things from getting out of control.
Yeah, you have the right to say what you want to say, to do what you want to do, but he said you do not have the right to pitch a tent in the middle of campus.